off, log back into the online self-service and make your way back to the student main menu. From there, click on registration and then check your registration status. Select the correct term and then hit submit. Note the time of registration. This time and date indicates when you are able to register for your classes. Now, this date and time is important not only because it's when you can register for your courses, but also because a registration deposit is required in order for you to register for class. Kwantlen recommends that students pay this deposit 3 days prior to their registration date, as it does take time for the deposit to go through. Speaking from personal experience, you do not want to try paying for your deposit the day of your registration date. To pay for your registration deposit online, click on Student menu and then make your way back to the registration page. From there, click on Pay your registration deposit. Select the term, click Submit, and then continue until you are finished with your payment. Some things to note. The registration deposit can be paid with a credit card. Tuition, on the other hand, cannot. If you don't like paying online, you can also pay for your registration deposit in person at any campus when the registrar's office is open, or with a check at the registrar's office if you would like to avoid the lineup. Now, if you've applied for student loans, you can go to the Student Awards and Financial Assistance Office to fill out a deferral form. And as long as that deferral form is filled out, you won't have to worry about your registration deposit. Moving forward, let's look up some classes to add. Now, remember earlier how you have a registration time? Well, you'll be happy to know that you don't have to wait until your registration time to start figuring out what classes you want to take. So, return to the registration page and click on Search for classes to add. Select a term and submit. To give you an idea of how the system works, let's click on Accounting and then search up the courses that are being offered next semester. We're going to view the different sections that are offered for Accounting 1110. As you can tell, there are a lot of sections that are available for students to register for. If you look under CMP, it'll tell you which campus the section will be on. A means online, S means Surrey, L means Langley, R means Richmond, and etc. Now, as you can tell, registration hasn't opened yet, so all these sections are not available for registration. When your registration time arrives, there will be a small box for you to check off next to each section that you would like to register for, unless there's a program restriction or the section is already full. Let's scroll down and then look up a new search. This time, let's choose agriculture. Now, agriculture courses at Kwantlen are specific to its program. So if you are, say, an art student who is interested in registering for agriculture as an elective, you may have difficulty registering as spots may be reserved for students that are in the program. In this case, you may have to place yourself on a waitlist for the course. Now, the Kwantlen website already has instructions in place for learning how to waitlist for courses, so this is where I would advise you to go through that website. It'll tell you what you need to know about adding yourself onto a waitlist, and more importantly, it will inform you of how you will be receiving an email when you are next in line to register. An email that's sent directly to your mykwantlen.ca account. This is why email forwarding was explained in the previous video. Now, back to course registration. I know some of you will probably look up your potential professors on Rate My Prof, but do understand that typically these ratings come from two ends of the extreme. So when students have either really awesome experiences or really poor experiences. So use your judgment, make note of the time that the ratings were posted at, etc. I'm sure you'll have fun looking through the different courses that are offered and try to sort out your own schedule prior to your registration time. However, if you're having difficulty deciding what courses to take, well, perhaps this next video will help.